I've tried a lot of antivirus software over the years, and when something better comes along, I switch. That's why I've moved to WebRoot Essentials. WebRoot Essentials is a cloud-based AI-powered antivirus app that was designed to evolve with today's threats. It's fast, lightweight protection that works across all my devices without slowing me down. If you need another reason to switch, get this. WebRoot Essentials recently ranked #1 in independent Passmark performance studies against 9 other brands, like Norton, McAfee, and even Microsoft Defender. The study found that WebRoot Essentials scans 6 times faster, uses far less memory, and takes up 33% less space on your computer. I've seen the difference WebRoot has made for my devices, and now you can too. My listeners get 62% off WebRoot Essentials at webroot.com/Kim. Get the #1 ranked antivirus protection for just $19 a year right now at webroot.com/Kim. webroot.com/Kim. Go now while you're thinking about it. webroot.com/Kim. So you pick up your prescription. The copay is $90, but the person behind you only pays $8 for the exact same medication at the same pharmacy. So what can you do about that? I'm Kim Komando for The Current. It's my 5-star rated newsletter read by almost 1 million folks like you. Sign up for free at getkim.com. Here's what happened. They got a discount. You used your insurance. On many generics, the cash price beats your copay. So always check 2 places before you actually pay for that prescription. GoodRx.com is one. Also try Mark Cuban's Cost Plus Drugs at costplusdrugs.com. No membership fee, no insurance required. Some drugs that cost hundreds with insurance run under $10. So look up both options before you walk to the counter. Then tell the pharmacist you want the cash price with the discount. Pharmacists cannot legally volunteer this information, but you know how to ask. And get more tech smarts every day at getkim.com. Hey, up next, if you have a special skill or background, you could be sitting on a gold mine. AI companies are looking for experts to train their bots, and it can pay up to $150 an hour. You don't want to miss this, so stay right there. If you're still trying to figure out what to get Dad for Father's Day, I've got you covered. I've been using Raycon's Everyday Earbuds Classic for years, and I love them. They're comfortable enough to wear all day, and they fit perfectly into busy everyday lives. Whether Dad's outside traveling or just relaxing listening to music, Raycon Everyday Earbuds Classic makes life easier. And Raycon's Everyday Earbuds Classic, they're just packed with upgrades. Active noise cancellation helps block noise distractions. Multi-point connectivity lets you pair 2 devices at once. And the battery life is strong, up to 32 hours. Plus, a quick 10-minute charge gives you 90 minutes of playtime. Oh, and the new colors are so fun. Mint green is my personal favorite. Here's the kicker. Raycon delivers the same premium audio quality as the big brands, but at half the cost. It's time to upgrade Dad's everyday routine. Go to buyraycon.com/Kim to get 15% off today. That's buyraycon.com/Kim.
This message is brought to you by Raycon.
All right, let's see. Jay in Little Rock, Arkansas, you're up next. Hello there, Jay. Glad to have you with us. What's going on?
Well, thank you, Kim. Thank you for answering my call. I'm a avid reader of The Current and of Splash AI. And I think a couple days ago, you were talking about people working for various AI platforms. And there was remuneration for it. Mm-hmm. And I was just curious, how active is that? I use ChatGPT and Claude primarily.
Sure.
And I think they're fine. So I don't have a lot of spare time, and I think it would be, it'd be kind of fun to to do some editing. Mm-hmm. Of some of the information.
Well, let's talk a little bit about what I was talking about. For everybody who may have, would you believe, Jay, not get the newsletters? Oh my gosh, right? Okay. You are so missing out, everyone. Is that there? It actually started because, as I opened up with the story, is that I have a family friend, and he's one of these guys that I'm sure that you know these people, Jay. You may even be one, because it sounds like you are, is that he's very much an overachiever. He graduated from med school with a 4.4, okay? And he's waiting to see where he will be accepted for his residency, but instead of just sitting around doing nothing, is that he signed up for one of these AI programs where he evaluates medical responses. and he's making $85 an hour. But I think the interesting part of the story that I did not put in the newsletter is that he was doing this so much that the AI bot would come to him and say, for him, you have to take a break. Okay. You need to go outside. The AI actually made him go outside and take a picture of himself in the sun and came back in order to let him keep working for it. Which I was like, okay. So it's just like, okay, that should have been your first clue. Like, you should have not been working so much. He said 60 hours a week, but I think it's higher. So what the AI companies are doing is that they're hiring experts. And these are people in the medical field, engineering, construction, HR, really people that are educated. Okay. So a nurse practitioner, I have my niece looking into this right now because she's a nurse practitioner. Getting into, so you evaluate the answers and you say whether or not it's on track or whether it's wrong. And it's, in essence, yes, we are training the bots to replace us, right? And there are also some AI firms that are hiring big time venture capitalists, people that are buying and selling mergers and acquisitions. I mean, so if you have a specialty, that's where you can utilize that specialty to make, $85, $100, maybe $150 an hour in your spare time, while sitting in the comfort of your chair, if that's what you want.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I have the expertise in medical microbiology, so I have a doctorate, and I still teach. I'm an administrator, but I'm kind of a workaholic too, and an overachiever. And
well, that's probably why you and I would get along. Be like,
but I use AI, but I use it cautiously. If I'm preparing a lecture, I primarily stay up with the literature. I read journals. I edit a couple journals. I'm one of the editors on a couple journals. And so I got my finger on the pulse of what's going on. But when I need an immediate answer for something and, to get some references, I will use AI.
But back to the jobs, like for you, that's where you want to look at, you could probably look at some higher end positions, say Google DeepMind, Anthropic, IBM Watson. Yeah, IBM Watson's still around. Epic Systems, Oracle, Cerner, they are also hiring high-end medically trained biology people so of course there are the lower end positions. When I say lower end, those are the ones that you're just like analyzing various prompts, okay, and you're just saying whether or not the answer may be correct in a certain on a different level. But if you want to get into like AI ethics, prompt engineering, consultative services to AI, that's where you can go to these places that I listed in the newsletter, like dataannotation.tech. That's one of the big ones. Indeed and ZipRecruiter, they have a lot of jobs. You just want to search for what's called AI trainer. And once you search for AI trainer, then you're going to have all these positions that pop up. But don't forget, I mentioned these major corporations. Is that if you're looking for something specific, like you are, Jay. I'm going to call you Dr. J from now on. Sounds like a rapper. Anyway, Dr. J, and if you're looking for one of those, that's where you want to look at some of these companies like Oracle and IBM Watson and DeepMind, as I mentioned. Go to their careers page, and they typically will have them listed there as well. But I'll tell you, it is, I'm just having a ball with AI. And, and I know a lot of people are Freaky Friday about it, and a lot of people are worried it's going to take over our lives. And there is that whole side of it because unlike, anything else, you really can't unplug it because it will actually replicate and go on to another place, which is like this whole mind-bending thing that we'll discuss at another time. But, if you really start using AI and you really start having it, I guess you'd say, help you in a really, as a high-end assistant, it's pretty amazing. what you can crank out, the productivity that you have. It's really phenomenal. And if you are not already getting our newsletters, and Jay, thank you for your call today, head over to getkim.com. Once again, that's getkim.com. And then Splash of AI, that's my every Thursday only AI edition. And that's where, if you are trying to get up to date what's going with AI, you want to stay up to date, that's where you want to get splashofai.com. Okay, admit it. You love me. Yes, say it out loud. I love Kim Komando. And you can get more of me in a few ways. Number one, join a million folks who get my newsletter every single day. It's free. It's called The Current. And just sign up over at getkim.com. But as they like to say on infomercials, but wait, there's more. This is really fun. You can watch The Kim Komando Show over on my YouTube channel. Just go to youtube.com/Kim Komando. That's youtube.com/Kim Komando. And let me tell you, we have worked so hard on this. There's new sets, there's new bookshelves, and this one I'm going to love. Yeah, new lighting, up to and including a glow light. I didn't know what that was until the lighting guy said, everybody in the universe has one but you. Apparently, it's a light that is on the floor that shines up that makes you look stunning. I told him I didn't care how much it cost. I wanted it. And if you're more into podcasts, well, you can find me everywhere you get your podcasts. Just search for Komando with a K, of course. That's Komando. And if you have any questions for me, or if you want to share a story that happened in your life, I love that. Just go to komando.com. I know there's so many commandos. Komando, komando.com. And then there's a big button on the top right. It says Ask Kim. I know. Funny how some things work in tech. Fill out that form, and I read every single note that you send me. So thanks for being here. Thanks for supporting everything that we do. Because otherwise, I don't know, I'd probably have to do the show for my son. And he's a Gen Zer. He'd do it once just to be nice. But after that, I'd be like, hey, Mom, you need to go find an audience. He would.